charge each other. So you have like say 500 versus 500, 1,000 versus 1,000, and you'll hit. But then now say you win that fight and the people are running. The moment they get like off the map, and they disappear, other people appear on the map exactly where they are. So sometimes what will end up happening is you just like lose momentum, or like you'll lose momentum or they'll lose momentum. So all your guys are now just like running it basically against this invisible wall where guys are just spawning in and your guys are just fucking pounding them, and so you're just waiting to go through all the remaining of the 18,000 guys. Sometimes it works out fine that it kind of staggers people that retreat, more guys come on. As guys die, more guys come on, and it kind of feels more natural that they're being reinforced. But I wish if you had like, I wish they'd increase the amount of people that could be in the fight, especially if you have like a stronger PC. Melonhead, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you playing? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. How are you enjoying it? I still have to go through that series. I've never played a Final Fantasy game, but it is on my list. How it goes? It's going pretty damn good. Going pretty good. Thank you for the raid. Hope everything went well. And I'm Eatmecows, Cows, or Tyson. We're playing Kingdom Come. It's my first playthrough. Doing it on hardcore. Really enjoying the game so far. Really, really enjoying it. But I'm from Vancouver, Canada. Typically play crafting survival games. I usually like playing games on the hardest difficulty. And yeah, right now we're playing this and Helldivers and Sons of the Forest. But yeah, welcome, welcome. Yeah, from what I've heard though, I heard it's like fucking amazing especially compared to especially better than as much as the first part was good. I heard this like puts that one to almost to shame how much better they've improved it. Jesus Christ be praised. How's it going, Angladesh? I take it you've played this game before. Oops, Melonhead. Ooh. Why the hardcore from the get-go? A game as annoying as itself. For me, because generally speaking, I'll probably only play through the game once, maybe twice down the road. So playing on like hardcore will kind of like lengthen the game, make me enjoy it more. And I really just like difficulty in games. I find it just makes me generally a better player overall with all games. And usually some of the, like the systems that are put into a game don't really show themselves unless they're on a harder difficulty, in my opinion. But it doesn't mean I'll always play games on the hardest. It really, really depends on the way they balance it. Because like if I take like a game like I don't know, like Gears of War, for example, when you play that on the hardest difficulty, all you're doing is adding health to the enemies, and to me that's boring when you're just fighting a bullet sponge. So it really depends. There's been some games I've played where I'll start in hardcore and you're just sitting there shooting, doing like 1 damage, and you're sitting there watching the health. I'm like, I'm not. That to me is boring. But usually like mechanics kind of come full forth and on harder difficulties. Especially since I play a lot of crafting survival games. I find like a lot of it's just like I don't even know why that mechanic's in the game on like a normal difficulty, because it like doesn't have an effect. The second part is good, but I don't enjoy it like I did the first one. Oh really? Oh shit! All right, all right. I've never played this game before. I just rarely play hardcore in any game. This is hardcore mode. It's not like a true hardcore where you die and have to start over. If I had to do that in this game, I don't think I'd have made it past the anything really. But this just has just a bunch of other difficulty modifiers. Unless he's doing really well for a blind and hardcore. Yeah, especially since I didn't do any of the main quest lines, so I was missing out on how to do combat. I got super distracted.
It serves not only as the house of God, but as the crypt of the lords of Lipa, our masters. The gravedigger lives right round the corner. The priest, too. Our parish priest. Ah, a man shouldn't speak ill about servants of the Lord.
I'm reduced to this. I'm from Skalitz, and...
This is our rat house. Pretty big, eh? The bailiff and his hands live there, and our maestro protonotarius, the scribe. And the jailhouse. You don't want to see the inside, not even as a guard. Naturally, we have an executioner.
But and honestly, I actually kind of prefer that I did it that way, because I feel like, especially those early fights, felt way more intense having 0 skills to really use them. So like any of those fights, I barely made it through. Whereas I feel like if I had learned those skills immediately, I think I'd still have fun. But it was kind of nice just going through, just being like really shitty Henry, rather than like slightly improved Henry. You finally got here to watch? I bet. I understand. I was thinking, for example, like Death March in Witcher 3. I definitely want to try that. I definitely want to try the Death March in Witcher 3. But I don't know if I'll do that right away. I still haven't beaten Witcher 3. I get to the exact same point in that game, and then I kind of get bored. Or like it just takes so long. In some games I just become too much of a completionist, and sometimes I almost like overstay my welcome in the game and just don't beeline it. Once I'm starting to feel kind of like exhausted with some of it, I should just beeline the story. Sorry, you're the blast. You still would have bashed your head against the wall. I don't know. Well, yeah, maybe some of it, but nowhere near as much. Like having knowing how to counter is like insanely, like all those one-on-one fights. That would have been so much easier knowing that you can counter. Like, and that's been 90% of the fights. Like people, like I was losing to people with no armor and like a shitty sword at the beginning because it was kind of just like smashing each other.
He lives by Gallows Hill, the other side of the creek. This pillory was brand new in autumn, and 2 people have already been rotting on it. The swordsmith lives here.
Rakes, spades, forks, and axes. All you need.
The only reason I played Death March is because my OG save corrupted, so I started a new Death March playthrough. It was amusingly easy, but everything hit harder, yeah.
What the hell is going on here now? Go and check it out, Henry.
Go back to your I don't want you here.
Is that manure pile not big enough for you?
What are you two screeching about? Stop making such a ruckus.
About time you turned up. This filthy beggar thinks.
My name is Jane.
No one cares what your name is. This filthy beggar thinks she can come and stink in front of my shop. I want you to get rid of her.
Can't you show us some Christian charity, Armourer?
What? Have you any idea how much I've given away in alms? Even to this witch only yesterday.
Is that true?
Might be, might not.
Oh.
Did you get any arms or not?
Yes.
From the Armourer here?
I don't know. And even if I did, that was yesterday, and my belly's empty again today.
That's true.
What would you know about it?
I think I'll just give it to him.
Here, Jane. Take this and be on your way.
Yes. Yes, thank you. I'll go right away. Right away. God bless you, Henry.
And what happens if she comes again tomorrow? You give her more? You're making a mistake. Give them coin once and you'll never see the back of them.
If you say so.
Alright, wait, where did the dude go?
Your old neighbours are living here now. It's a bit of a shithole. Even so, you should be thankful to Sir Hanush. If the town burghers got their way, your folk wouldn't be let anywhere near the town. And now our people aren't too happy with him. Some fools are even calling for Sir Hanush to finally hand the fiefdom over to the young lord, Sir Hans Capon. Sir Hans's father, old Sir Yeshke, may God rest his soul, kept it till he was an old man. Then he retired from it, first to Moravia, then to eternity. Sir Hanush is managing the fiefdom until Sir Hans comes of age. They're related by blood somehow, the same great-great-grandfather or some such. The time's coming soon enough when the estates have to be handed over. These affairs often...
Two people really are arguing. You guys hear that? They're kind of calming down, but no, I honestly thought someone was fucking getting like beat up. I heard the fucking like sorry, I missed a bunch of conversation. We are nosy, yeah. We have like there's like the building next to us have a lot of people that argue, so church bells. But must require food. Melonhead, have a good one. Take it easy. He's special weirdo. It's just a ton of rewatch. He doesn't want to know names of people, places, go, anything like that. Oh, okay. I won't read up just in case. Nightingale.
This square here, it looks much better during the markets. Then it's filled to bursting with folk from all around.
So that's a smoke alarm. I want to throw my smoke alarm against the wall. That's...
We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein, which the young bucks are none too happy about. I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day. Look here. See that filthy beggar? By Christ, I'll show the bastard.
Let's see here. See the carrot, bread. Jack some more food here.
Comfortable, are we?
Arms, please, sir.
Who do you take me for? Are you stupid or just insolent?
Oh, what's the matter?
Stupid, then. There's no begging allowed here, so pick up your stinking arse and haul it somewhere else.
Who am I bothering here?
Me. Us. Everyone. If Sir Hanush saw you here, he'd take a whip to you.
All right, I'm going.
Damn beggars. You offer them a helping hand, and they want the whole arm. It's not like the rules aren't clear. Beggars belong at the church.
Did I just give some
There's one
girl like
alehouse
some money?
here on the market square, the Trader's Tavern. The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later.
They took away tapeworm and sleepwalker. Yeah, so far Sleepwalker's pretty tame actually. I was honestly like, well, we'll see. Maybe it'll
Let's
get
move
better, it'll
along
get
to the
worse.
Inner Bailey.
I was half expecting to be like, just wake up in like the goofiest fucking things. The armor's stronger, no fast travel, no compass. No healing from, I think less healing from foods, or no healing from pots scattered around the world or something. And prices are more expensive.
Here's the forge. The blacksmith has some trouble and he's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you.
They...
What is it, lad?
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Skalitz.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you. So am I.
My papa died not long ago. Of course, it was old age got him. That's not the same.
Can we
but
talk
I know a
skills
little
here?
how you feel.
Oops. Preferably not. Unless it's things I've already seen. I go through, like, so basically what I do with all games, I try to see as little as humanly possible, so typically I won't even watch trailers if I can. I go in completely blind. I don't want to know, like, metas. I don't want to know what's going to happen. I don't want to hear, like, oh, you're going to really like this part, or you're going to get surprised at this part, because then it eliminates the surprise, that kind of stuff. It does eliminate a lot of conversation, unfortunately, but it's just kind of me. I'm a little bit weird. A little of extreme. Something I should work on if I want to be a streamer, because that's going to be harder and harder to control, but, yeah. I just, like, for me, like, I've done so many games that I get, because all skills, yeah, all skills are described, but a lot of times I won't read too far ahead, kind of just to see what's coming up. I'm sure there's a lot I have read, but it's more worrying about, like, I guess for me, I think probably one of the biggest problems is, like, for me, I can tend to be a little bit of a min-maxer. So if I start seeing people saying, like, oh, this is really good, or this is really good, there's just a part of me that's just going to instantly take it. Whereas, honestly, sometimes a lot of tips I have gotten in games, it's sometimes really bad bad advice. So I kind of just, like, play around. But yeah. We like to see him mess up his build, yeah. And it just, like, adds consequence to games. Because, like, I think when I was younger, I used to, like, look up builds quite a bit. And it kind of ruined games. It was fun for a long time. Because, like, you just become, like, overpowered. But then I started getting really... I get build. But I can show you what I have. So far. And my thought process behind some of it. I don't really know much about grave digging. But basically just meal. Agility, I don't really know much about agility. Let's see here, which one I do know about. Vitality I know a bit about. This one I'm kind of focusing on group fights, I think. More like group fighting. I think solo fighting will be a little bit easier, especially as I get better. Group fighting is where it's going to be a problem, so kind of focus on that. I still don't know what I'm going to do for speech or that. None of those I really know about. I don't know what I'm going to do for that yet. I don't know what I'm going to do for these. If with the extra strength I have now, I might just keep enough flowers to have that +2 charisma bonus. I don't think I'll ever sell the herbs because they're better in alchemy. Unless shy, I don't even know what that is, but we will probably try that out eventually. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20? Oh, so there's only, oh, okay, so there's gonna be one we don't get. Wait, is that the same for everything? Eight. Yeah, so there's one you don't get every time. Or the ones that are ands or ors. Some are more. Alright, for Teresa, oh, before noon. Oh, we're still doing the quest line. I totally forgot where we're at. Let's see what they...
Henry, where do you keep running off to?
Sorry,
One
Nadine.
more time so you don't miss anything.
Alright, what'd you say? But I'm not overly concerned too much about the tree. I kind of change my mind every time I like look at things.
The Rate fiefdom is pretty big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sasau River all the way to Kohelnitz. Then there's Gallows Hill, lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhof, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This lord here, that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'd take you a year to make head or tail of it. This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad. Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory.
I'm from Skalitz, good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
So is there another guy? Oh, you're blended in. The inner pit pocket in me just wants to be like, just show me pit pocket for a second.
I've lost everything. My home, my family, my life.
God be with you, Benesh. How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale. It's quiet today.
Good. Where's Moimir, anyway? Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Ah,
I'm from
yes.
Skalitz,
He
and-
hasn't turned up yet.
Well,
Oh, I see. Now, where might he have got to, then?
I don't know.
You don't know, eh? Let me tell you something. When the bailiff finds out Moimir's slacking off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he...
Went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him.
That voice sounds very familiar.
What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate? Move your carcass and go and guard the gate. Not a word. Get moving. You're lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain Bernard. Out! Come and sit with me, Henry. Let's have a drink.
I don't know if we want this guy being on duty. Oh, we do a little bit of gambling.
That fool got me all worked up.
One more idea since you go hardcore. For hardcore immersion, why not turn audio to... I could, but then I might miss out on some of the story. I don't know. Or viewers might not get more out of it. But I don't know. Maybe that's something I'll turn the game to eventually. That fool got me all worked up.
Me as well, the lazy bastard.
My words exactly. And just when we need every pair of eyes. You never know when the Cumans might creep up on us. But that's enough about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, since we're sitting here anyway, how about a little game?
Because I don't know much what we're going to be seeing in the game, but sometimes it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool not being able to know what they're saying, but then at the same time, like hearing their little conversations, maybe it actually make me more feel immersed, because you can kind of hear like their side of things.
Why not?
So, bring it on.
Alright, so what is this game? Dice. If you want to try your hand at gambling, it's possible to play the dice game of Farkle in every respectable tavern. The goal of this two-player game is to be the first to reach a certain number of points. 6 dice are thrown, and the players alternate turns. Points are gained for every 1 or 5 thrown. 6 dice are thrown, and the player alternate turns. Points are gained for every 1 or 5 thrown, and for 3 or more of a kind of any other number. Scoring is followed. 1 is worth 100 points, 5 is worth 50, 2 of a kind is worth 100 points multiplied by the given number. Oh shit, okay. One more of a kind is worth double the points of a 3 kinds. So 4 is worth 5, 5 is worth... Okay. So these are 1500 points, is worth 500, or 750. Player's turn always begins by throwing all 6 dice. The player then uses 3, or E, I should say, not 3, to select and set aside scoring dice, and at least 1 die must always be set aside. Then the player can throw the remaining dice again, and using F. Using scoring, combinations are counted for present throw, not the entire turn. Key elements of the game is that if the throw does not produce a single scoring die, then the player's turn is over and all points gained up to that point during the turn are lost. It is then the opposing player's turn to throw. Therefore, it's advisable to end your turn using Q before there is a significant increase in the chance that not a single dice will score. Okay. Is also often worth not removing all scoring dice so that you will have a better chance of scoring higher on the next throw. And since every player throws his own dice, there's also an opportunity to cheat. It's more difficult to find loaded dice. Fuck, we have a lot of loaded dice. And since every player throws his own dice, Devil's Head is set. Of dice with the Joker instead of the 1. Which acts as a wild number in combination with any other number. Is worth 1,000 points. In zone though, the Joker has no value, so if all dice thrown are Jokers, the player busts. Okay. So we just rolled that, so we wanna... We definitely wanna hold on to... My understanding of this is correct. Or 1, 2, 3. Oh, all scoring dice. So it's better to keep. So we could technically get rid of these 3 and try and go 1, 2, 3, 4, or go for more 6s. And 5 points. We'll just try it out. Oh wait, no, let's go for all the 6s. score and roll again. That hurts. Oh yeah, I forgot one keeps. One is a point, so we'll hold on to the one. What's the card game? Gwent. I love Gwent. Bust. Oh, I see. I forgot that if we don't score any points, we lose our points. That was dumb. So he'll definitely win. Come on, bust. Son of a bitch.
That's it.
Dude, he's getting 2 ones? Oh no. Oh, the dice.
Finished.
We'll keep that. And then scoring competition for the present throw, so it doesn't matter if I hold on to them. Okay, so I'll probably just roll again. Wait, I think we got a 1, 2. No, we don't. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Or do I need one more? I need one more. Whoops. We'll risk it. Whoops. We're playing catch up. Fuck. Son of a bitch. This is why I don't go gambling.
That'll do me.
So I would have had a huge score if I kept everything on the last one. We need to catch up, so we'll do that. Yeah. I think it's 3 rounds anyways, so that was kind of like our only hope. Or do we have to just hit 2,000? Oh, we just have to hit 2,000. Yeah, we would have lost anyways. 1,200. Yeah. We would have lost by 200.
Just one more thing and we're done for the night. Ringing the end of the day and closing the taverns.
Isn't it still a bit early?
I don't know how it was in Skalitz, but here in Rattay we close up at this hour. Except, of course, during fairs and big festivals. Then we don't close at all.
I see. Should I go and ring the bell?
If you wouldn't mind, the bell is hanging outside the rat house. Ring 3 times, then go to the Trader's Tavern by the market square and make sure the innkeeper closes up.
I'll do that.
Before I forget, it's forbidden to walk in Rattay at night without a torch. Here, take this one.
Which is why they... why we got wanted level. It's just fucking hilarious. Of all the things. One sec here. Why can't we have a lantern? Fucking expensive. Oh, for some reason I was following him. Um. So I guess these lanterns are kind of hard to stick in their pocket or in their back. Fuck, I forgot what game it was that the lantern was super expensive. But it was one of the worst things in the game. Because it would swing. So light was constantly like taking into account the shadow of you. Oh man, I think it's a crafting survival game, and it's expensive to get. It's gonna bug me. I've streamed it. It's like a late game item, and it's garbage.